Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nicole. I'm a 33-year-old cash budgeter in Virginia. I am a stay-at-home mom to two littles, and I'm on a journey to become debt-free as well as just more financially stable and accountable. Um, Hello. It has been a minute since I did a video. My entire house has been sick for the past week or so. My kids are just having weird schedules. My voice has been going in and out. It is the typical like cold crud. Um, so I just haven't been feeling well. But I wanted to do a video today because I haven't played any of my savings challenges this entire pay period yet, and I miss it. I'm sad. So today we're going to do a debt update as well as play in my debt binder, um, so that we can go ahead and have some money added to there. So if that sounds like content that interests you, I would love it if you'd stick around. And like, subscribe, and leave a comment below, of course. So I think what I want to do is I actually want to play. I think I want to play my games first. Um, that way we start off on a good note before we head into the little bit more nitty gritty of stuff. So I've actually rearranged all of my stuff again in my little corner of my living room that I work and film in. So everything feels a little discombobulated right now. Um, so let's just see how this goes. Okay, so already um, I'm getting confused, but first thing we want to do, so my debt binder is completely empty right now, and that is because I decided last month that I wanted to completely empty it, um, so that we didn't have money just sitting around and figuring, and like, you know, instead of waiting until the challenge is finished, I wanted to make sure we were using that money for like using it right away, basically. So now we need to go through and we need to decide where all of these new challenges that we are just starting um, are going to go. And this is the last month that this is the last month where we will be interest free on our care credit card. So keep that in mind. Um, so honestly, I just feel like everything that we're starting just needs to go to care credit. Um, because at the end of October, whatever we have left to pay is going to either come out of our page, like our last paycheck of the month, or I'm going to have to take it out of savings because I do not want us to end up getting hit with that interest because, you know, it was almost like $1,000 of a bill from when we lost our dog. So first up is our Friday challenge, and we budgeted $29, I believe, for this challenge because we were going to do the 26th and the 3rd. Whoops. Yes. So $29. Um, so this one, basically, you're supposed to save the date of every Friday, and those are the 2 Fridays that are within this pay period. So I have that money right here. So 25, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And we are obviously starting a new month. So, oh gosh, we are going to use orange for October. Happy October. Um, all right. So let's see. Let me make sure everything's in frame. I have my camera set up differently now too. So everything just feels a little like wonky. So I'm still messing with it. So sorry if the angle might be a little weird or not. Okay. So the way we are going to do this is we are going to do we're going to roll a 4-sided die, and whatever number lands is how many dollars that challenge is going to get. That way, every challenge gets something, even though, um, even though all of our challenges except for maybe one is going to the same thing. Um, this is how I'm going to do it because I still want to be able to use my challenges, and depending on what we are able to put towards this binder. Oh, I don't even think I said it. This was $50 in ones that I'm starting off in this binder this week. So instead of just putting all 50 towards the care credit card, I still want to be able to, play my challenges. And if we get to a certain point, as my tally for like how much we have for the care credit card, some of these challenges may end up going somewhere else. So I wanted to make sure I'm still being fair and everything. But the care credit card is obviously our main priority for this month, since we are almost out of our interest-free period. And that's why we said, even if it hasn't been paid off by the end of October, we're going to just pay it off because, oh, okay. So then there we go. Okay, so I know I talked the entire time I did that, but let's just see how that went. $50 in ones, go quick. And this first challenge is a Save 30 from missneat.net on Etsy. And this is one of the new ones we're starting. And it got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it got $8. So let's do the 8. All right, our next is our Steps on a Budget, Save 40, Just a Girl Who Loves Fall. This is one that we have been working on, and at the end of September, I pulled the money, and I pulled $29. So I only have, I think, $11 left to finish this one. So let's see how much it got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, so we only need 11. So let's put $1 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so this one's done. Let's just go ahead. Y'all know I hate coloring. Or I hate coloring when like I don't have the time to like actually do it. Like I don't mind coloring when it's, when I can sit here and actually like put effort into it, but when I'm trying not to like have to like pause the video or, do any of that type of weird thing, then I like to just do some scribbling. So real quick, I'm going to go ahead and pull another challenge for us to start. And that was a Steps on a Budget one. And I think, where did it go? I just got a cute one in my little Happy Mail. Here we go. So we'll just go ahead and do this one. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 15. So we'll do each bat be $2. So this will be a save 30. And for right now, we are not going to allocate this one to a specific debt until we see what we have going on, like I said. All right, so number 3 is a new one we're starting. It's a Stuff and Budget. This one feels a little light. Each little flower is $2 each, and it got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's pull a 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just do it that way so that we have an even number for this one. This was not the marker that I thought it was. Oh no. Okay, so this one is not going to be cute at all. Maybe I will switch up my marker next time. Okay, so that's horrible looking. Please excuse my coloring on that one. But it got $6, so we colored in 3. Next, we have our Your Berry Special from Becca Budget 777. And this is one that we pulled money from. We pulled $23, and this is going to save us 40 as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10. So we can do our last blueberry for 5, and then we can cross off 5 of our boxes. 3, 4, 5. And we will add this in. We should be able to finish that one next time we play, for sure. I am not sure if I'm going to pull the money every month um, out of this binder. I'm doing it this way for the first time. So um, it really is, so like, we just finished this $40 challenge. It doesn't feel as significant when the whole $40 isn't there. So I'm not sure I like it. And here's my dog. So give me 1 second. I got to let my dog out. I will have to pause again in a second to let him back in. But this one is from Budget with Amanda, and obviously each one is $1, and I think it's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, it's 24. And it got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. So we'll cross off 5 of those. And last but not least is this Budget with Carly, Bring on the Cozy. We pulled $12 from this one in September, so we only had $12 left to save 24, and it got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8. Okay, let's mark off the 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. I think so. We have $2 left, and let's see where that could do the most. We could start this one so that everyone has something. Why are you turned the wrong way? I think I want to do that. Let's just get this one started, since at least one of those dollars did come from, oh, where's my good Sharpie? Oh, that's brown. Do we want to do brown bats? No, we'll do black bats. Okay. All right, so we will get this one started with our $2. And there we go. So we have distributed our $50. And at least for this round, or this set of challenges that was in here, all of them are going to go to the same place. Let's add that up and see how much that makes towards our care credit. So this one is 30. This one we have not designated yet. We're adding this $11 already. This one is 32. I think I said this one was 40. Yes. This one, I think I said 24. And this one I don't think is going to care credit. No, that one's not going to care credit. So that's 137. And then we also put $29 in our Friday challenge. So far we have $166 that is going to be going towards our care credit card for October, which is great. So yes, most likely I will probably pull the money for the challenges for this month as well, at least for the purpose of our care credits. Like I said, we have to have it paid off this month. But I may also then pull the challenge, because like I said, this did not feel as fulfilling as if it would have been the whole $40. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to get rid of the game stuff, and we're going to look at our debt. Okay. And just a disclaimer, we're going to specifically look at my personal debt. I am married and I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I do not bring in any income. The only income that I bring in right now is the little bit that I get from my Etsy shop, which I just opened this past June. So it's, I haven't done a ton of sales, but I have done a little bit. So, but unfortunately, we are not profiting off my Etsy yet, because I'm still paying back the cost that I put into it. So this is all going off of what my husband's income is, as far as what we can put towards these credit cards, even though these are my personal credit cards. Some of these I opened before me and my husband got together. And then Some of them were opened as when I was still working before we had kids. Um, so I want to get this personal debt of mine cleared up as quick as possible because I don't know if or when I will physically be going back to work. So I want to at least take this stress of our debt out of here, especially and my personal debt is our smallest debt, obviously. So let me get this cleaned up a little bit, let my dog in, and I will be right back. So now that I've kind of explained all of that, my personal debt isn't horrible. And when I say that this is my personal debt, that just means that this is the stuff that is in my name only. My husband is not attached to it, but that doesn't mean the purchases were on myself, if that makes sense. Most of my debt involves our family. It is stuff that I have bought for our kids, or just the usual family stuff. This is not me just going on shopping sprees for myself. Um, but okay, we are going to go little by little and see what we got. So my first one is going to be my big one, or no, this used to be my big one. This is not my big one anymore. It is my Capital One card. This was the very, very, very first card that I ever opened when I turned 18, I think. Um, and it has been used for so many different things, but it is sitting at a balance of $3,094.35. We pay a minimum of 105 on that card every month. And this is probably going to be, well, I'll do that in a minute. We're going to set priorities, but this one is going to be number 3 for priority and where we're going to pay it off. All right, next is my silver card. This card is paid off technically. This is the card that I use for our everyday expenses that I then go pay off at the end of the month. So it does not have a minimum payment that we pay, but we have accrued a new balance of $163. Um, and if you remember when we did our unstuffing, if you watched that video, we accrued a little bit of debt because of some birthdays and my in-laws' anniversary dinner that we went out to eat for. It was my husband's birthday and then my in-laws' 40th anniversary. So um, we accrued a little bit of debt, and I am not super worried about that because um, it is our our statement has been paid off basically. But $163, we're going to be short $163 most likely from um, this cycle's expenses basically. So I'm keeping in my head that we owe an extra $163 to that card to like pay ourselves back basically. So that's not a priority. I mean, it's a starred priority because obviously I want to get that taken care of, but it's not like a payoff priority. Same thing with my Kohl's card. So I do have a Kohl's card. This one is specifically a um I my husband I so I'm so tongue twisted. I do have a small amount, like 5 or so, store credit cards, and at one time they all had a balance on them, and it was so ridiculous that I had balances on those cards. Um, they have since, I believe, all been paid off, and this Kohl's card, the only reason that there is a balance on this card is because I literally just did a purchase maybe a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and it is going to be paid off. We're going to unstuff my bills binder as well to see how much money we have to go towards um, these cards as well. So this doesn't have a minimum payment either because it's going to get paid off. And it is another star priority just because it's not going to carry a balance and accrue any interest, if that makes sense. Next up is my American Express card. This card makes me very angry. This card was paid off at the beginning of the year. It was paid off in, I believe, February or March of this year. And we paid it off with a um, I believe, what did we use to pay it off? We paid it off with a loan. We got a loan. We did a bunch, we just did a personal loan and we consolidated a bunch of our debt. And it was paid off. And then my husband lost all of his overtime income that, excuse me, that that he was guaranteed every week because he's a salary employee. And for a long time, he obviously he's a salary employee, but the way his job works is anything over his 8-hour day, he was allowed to put it in as overtime. And he automatically worked 10-hour days. And plus, if he worked on the weekend, that was additional overtime. Um, so his, what we would consider his straight pay was 10-hour days. And he was working 50-hour weeks, not 40-hour weeks. So that was 20 hours of overtime that he was automatically getting every paycheck, unless he changed his schedule. And he was getting paid like an overtime, like it was overtime. They they got rid of that. So now, even though he still works 10-hour days, he only gets paid for his 8, give or take a little bit. They're starting to like ease up on that a little bit right now, but it's still not to where it was. And it was an instant change. So I know you're not supposed to rely on overtime money for your bills, but our debt and our income with being a single income household, we did. I mean, that's just what we did. So for the month or two that it took for us to figure out our new budget, we relied on my American Express credit card. And most of this debt, I'd probably say like at least 1,500 of this debt is probably just basic expenses that we had to put on that card because we did not have enough money for things. It's horrible. I hate it. That's part of why I started this channel and I started doing this, because that is not how I want to be. I do not want to be putting our basic expenses on a credit card and not being able to pay them back. Um, there was a few other things that got put on this card as well. I think we found out in April that our dog has cancer, and I know we had to put some of her um, initial like testing and vet visits on a credit card as well, because we do not have a pet emergency fund set up, unfortunately. And we had just lost our other dog the month prior, which is where we accumulated the care credit debt for his emergency hospital visit that he did. And so he had pretty much wiped out our actual pet emergency fund because he was sick as well. So it was a lot going on at once. But this card, um, it doesn't have, my goal is to put $100 towards this card every month. It doesn't actually have a minimum payment because I do enough payments through the month that it doesn't, like, when my statement closes, it basically says that I've made my minimum payment already. So I don't know what the actual minimum payment is. But this is going to be priority number 2, right behind, um, or wait, I labeled these wrong. Hold on. 4. Yes, this is 2. Okay, that was 2. Um, yes, so as soon as we are done with our care credit card, I am tackling this American Express card because that was supposed to be paid off. That never should have gained a new balance. Um, Next up is my Chase card, and this is my business card basically. So this card also was completely paid off at the beginning of the year, and then I had decided to invest in myself, and um, I started my Etsy and had to buy some things and yada yada yada. Um, and its balance is $773. I would like to put a minimum. I don't know what my minimum payment is on this, again, because I've been making payments regularly enough that it has not told me what an actual minimum payment is. But my goal is to put at least $50 towards that card a month. I think, if not more. And I am using my Etsy paycheck for that until it's paid off. And then hopefully I can actually start profiting off my Etsy. So I would probably put this at, I'm not sure what priority that is right now, because it's kind of like yes, I am accruing a little bit of interest, but unfortunately that's just what's going to happen. Um, these last 2, I'm just going to go ahead and show because, yeah, this one, this city card. I only have this card because of my husband. Um, it's the Costco City Rewards, whatever card. And this was another card that we had relied on when we had that loss of income. And my husband wanted to buy a shed from Costco. So we bought the shed and we put it on this card. That's how we got this card. And then life happened and things happened. And now we have a balance of $4,390.66. And I still don't have a shed put up in my backyard, if I can be completely honest. Because what? Or no, not 120. Um, it has not been put up yet because it got too hot. So this card is a pain in my butt. I am very angry about this card. I never wanted this card, but we have it, and it's obviously it's in my name because our Costco membership is in my name. But this is going to be priority number 3, right behind our American Express card. And our priority number 1 right now is our care credit, which we only have a balance of $405. And you just saw me put 166 that um, towards that card. Oops, not this binder, in our debt challenges. Um, so we have $239 left to pay on that card, and it will be done. And then we can start focusing on this American Express card. So total, all of these together equal $10,918.18 is how much debt I am personally in, and I do not have an income. So yeah, there's that. I also have a student loan, and on top of my personal debt, our family debt, um, not including our mortgage, is about $50,000. So we are roughly, I would probably easily say we are probably $62,000 in debt, not including our house. No, or cars. We don't have a car payment. That doesn't include our car either. So there's that. I want to start kind of updating this monthly, at least for my own personal debt. And then hopefully at that point, my husband will be a little bit more open to me sharing our combined debt. So now what I want to do is we need to go in here and we need to um, figure out what we need to pay for the beginning of October. So we need to unstuff everything that we had put in that we haven't paid yet for September and go ahead and get that back to the bank so we can pay it, and then see what our new balances are before the new interest and all that stuff hits. Sorry about that pause. But okay, so let's see what we're doing. Let me pull my cash tray back out a little bit. Okay, so we are just going straight back to our debt, and we need to add in, let's add this $11 in that we were just able to complete. I have no idea where this $50 came from, because of course it's not written down. 20, 40, 51, 2. Well, we're going to put 11 in, and I will figure out where that $52 came from. But today is, we'll say the 2nd. We have, what is this? 20, 40, 55. Oh gosh, my brain. 20, 40, 50, 61, 2, 3. So 63. So we're adding 63. Well, we're minusing 63 basically. So 405 minus the 63 is 342. And then we also have 166 sitting in our debt binder. So we have about 176 left. So we're actually going to leave the care credit money in here because I just made a $240 payment at the end of September. Oh, duh, there we go. Plus 52 September minis. So that must have been the money that I pulled that we had not completed. Okay, that's where that came from. Okay, but we'll leave that one like that. Capital One is not, this is not my Capital One. This is my husband's Capital One. He also has Capital One card. And this, we are pulling this prop money, the 115. We'll pull that out because we need to make that payment. So we need to make so let's keep track of that too. All right. So then this one is mine. Why do I have two in here? Oh. So this is my Capital One. And let's see. So our current balance is where we started was 31.29, and we are currently at 309435. That's $35. So for September, I know we made our payment of 105, and then interest must have hit. And I will write that in at another time, which left us with this 309435 balance. So again, this is frustrating. So let's do October, and we are going to do another payment of the 105, and hopefully we do a little bit better. That's part of why I want to get this one out of the way, because my minimum payment doesn't feel like it's doing anything for that card. All right, here's a big one. Let's figure out. All right, so we have actual cash. Let me just pull all this out. Okay. So this is going to be my Costco City card. And since it is, hold on one second. Sorry about that. I had to go shut my blinds because a horrible glare all of a sudden started coming in and was going to be giving me an insane headache. Oops, we forgot to put that back. So we'll put that over here for now. Okay, so our Costco City card. It says we should have 218. I will say I counted this earlier, and this is actually $228 is what is sitting in this envelope in actual cash. Plus, we're going to have our regular payment of 115. So let me see. But this has got to be what? How do we have? Okay. Our balance was 3507, and now it's 4390. What in the world? 4390.66 minus 3507. $800. Okay. This has got to be wrong. That's got to be wrong. There's no way that I've put $800 on this card. So we're just going to start again. We're just going to start a new one because there's no way. There's absolutely no way. Oh, there's a little bit of a way. Okay, hold on. We're going to circle back to Costco. No, we're not. Okay. I know what that's from, but it's okay. I know why it has that. But we will start over. So this is going to be the city card, and this is going to be our new balance. Okay. So for October, we are going to be making our payment of 115, and then this was 228, so 150, 60, 70, 90, 200. Oh, no, it's not. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, I swear I counted this like 4 times earlier and could not understand why I had $220. 150, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, it's $218. And this was from September unstuff payment. Oopsies. All right. So the unstuff is because we use this card, or I was using this card when I'd go to Costco because my silver card that I use for like my regular expenses is not accepted at Costco because it's a MasterCard, and apparently you can only do MasterCard as a debit at Costco, or at least my Costco. So yeah, anyway, so we are going to be making a total payment of $333 this week to that card. So $43.90.66 minus $333 puts us at $4,057.66. And I do have more money that I need to unstuff for that as well, but that will be during our October unstuffing. But for now, that's what we're doing. Okay. Sorry about that, like, change of events that just happened, but you know, I couldn't remember what happened. All right, American Express. This card has a different balance than what is written because interest, and there are a couple reoccurring purchases on this card that I have not yet transferred to a different card, unfortunately, which is where this unstuffing money comes from. So this is just a basic unstuffing that we're going to do. Gosh, I need a bigger table. Or no, September. This is 20, 40, 65, 6, 7, 8. So this is $68 that we are going to be putting towards this card. And those came from an unstuffing and a challenge. So I guess we'll write October, even though I whited it out. And this is September unstuff. And we are doing 68. So right now our balance is 197961. And let's take that from what we had, which is 68. So we're just paying that back, which, okay. So we have 191126 plus 6835 equals 197961. Awesome. 197961, which is what it says we currently owe. And we are going to put the $68 back towards that, which is now back to 191161. So we have not made our minimum payment yet for that card. So as of right now, we're just even for our American Express card. That's okay, because I believe next paycheck is when we would actually budget for our minimum payments. My Chase card. This is the card that I'm using my Etsy pay for, but I don't think I had pulled any money from this yet. And okay, we were at $694 when I made these last month. We are currently now at $773. So $773.48 minus $694.15 is $79.33. So I added $79.33 to my Chase card last month, and I'm sure that was just supplies. And I only have 50 right here, so let me grab my, what binder is it in? I think it's in my sinking funds binder. Yes. Okay, so here's my Etsy Pay section. I put my Etsy Pay in here and then didn't touch it. I paid my August taxes, and then so 208. Is that what we have? 50. And then 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. 10, 20, 35, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so what? 170 plus 10, 20, 30, 35, 6, 7, 8 plus 38. Okay, yeah, so we have 208 in here. Well, first off, we added $80, so I need to at least take, what do we have? We have 50, so I need to at least take 30 to make the 80. So that's what we put on the card. And then let's also put an additional 50 for right now. So this is 50, 60, 70, 80. We're going to take 80 out of here. Where's my Sharpie? Okay, I may or may not put the rest of this towards that card. We will see. I do have a few like categories that I do want to kind of put a little bit of money in. Or I may pull that to go towards the care credit card if need be at the end of the month. So for now, I'm not going to take all of it. My Etsy pay for the month of September ended up being a little over or a little under. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to pull my feet up. Ah, gosh, I wish y'all could see how cramped I was in this little corner. It's a little ridiculous. Okay, let's get back to what we're doing. But my Etsy pay, I think for the month of September ended up being like almost $300, which for my first month, really like actually getting a paycheck, I thought was really good. And so that was pay that I got in September for mostly August sales because Etsy had I had a delay on my account since I am a new shop. Um, they've since lifted my delay, but I have my stuff set for monthly payout right now. Um, so my next pay isn't going to be, I think, until next week, and that will be for the majority of my September sales, I believe. And I will say September was a lot slower than August was. I haven't made as much sales um, for September as I did for August, but that's okay. So we are putting 120, I think, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 120, 130. Is that right? 50, I hate 50s, 20, 40, 60, 10, 20. Yes, so 130. All right, so we're going to put 130 towards my Chase card. And that's going to have us at, let's see, minus 130 before interest hits, obviously, 643.48. Okay. And store card. So this is my Kohl's. And we only owe the 112 right now. And we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 86 that we are going to be putting towards that 112. And this was from money that we unstuffed, as well as, I know I was a little bit short. So how short are we? 112 minus 86. We're $26 short. So that's not too bad. I can easily, I think I said I was going to make one of our savings challenges. Oh, I don't need, yeah, 86. Whoops. I think I said I was going to make one of my savings challenges for this month go towards that $26 that we owe. And okay, that's all the cash. I did already make my payment for our expenses card, my silver card. I did that off camera just because I do that at the end of the pay period so that obviously if I have more spending that I need to do, I have a pretty low available credit available credit on that card so that I do not accrue a bunch of debt on accident. So let's count all this up and see what we should have in cash. Okay, whoops. Let's put this away. I don't need this anymore. this is all cash that is now needing to go back to the bank. $837 is what we are going to be putting towards our credit cards this week. 1, 2, 3, 10, Jesus, 310, 320, 25, 30, 35, minus 335. So 502. We should have $502 in cash. 1, 2, it's 200, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84. That's 400. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 502. Perfect. All right. So this is going to be debt. Back to the bank this goes so that we can make these payments for this week. And whoops, there you have it. Actually, we do here. Let's do this real quick. Y'all are about to look at all my personal information. Let me move this a little bit. This is my like catch-all notebook. Okay, so this was how much we added in all of this, and we are making a payment. What did I say? 502. Let's just add it all back up. 115. Oh no, don't add in the 115 because that's my husband's. 105, 333, 68, 130, and 86. 722. Which leaves us with 10,190. Did I add that? What? Oh my gosh. Oh, my brain. I can't wait till I feel better. $10,196.18 is how much in debt I still am. But we are putting $722 towards my personal debt, which is at least something, right? So that is going to be it for this video. Like I said, hope to be able to do one of these every month just so I can start really trying to be accountable for my spending and what we're doing and really try and get this debt paid off. So if you want to follow along on this journey, I will probably make a debt playlist. So if you ever like tune in and you think you missed something, you can always just go check out the playlist. But this is video number 1. So you have not missed anything if you're just tuning in. I thank you so much for being here. Please consider subscribing, liking this video, and leaving me a comment below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.